Wells, we got to talk about the DA. Everybody and their mama is talking about this DA. And honey, when I tell you this lady is not right, something is very wrong. And I feel like she has been recruited by the other side, by the dark side. And you know what I mean when I say by the other side, right? So, honey, everybody's talking about this letter that she has demanded from Nolan Wales' family about this phone. So let's talk about it because this right here, it shouldn't happen. It should not happen. And they are showing their colors and they don't even care. So I want to start off with reacting to what people are saying about her on social media. Then I want to give my commentary on everything. So I need y'all to come on in, like, share, subscribe, and let me know you here. Justice for Nolan Wales. So everybody is talking about this DA lady. So let's see what people are saying about her on TikTok. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Let's go. Yeah, that's a lie. I just want to stop and say something right there. Look, the police need to get a warrant. They need to open up a criminal investigation so they can get a warrant and demand for Nolan Wales' phone. They don't want to open it up. They don't want a warrant because they don't want to open up for a crime investigation. So they want Nolan Wales' parents and family just to give over the phone without Nolan Wales' people checking it, knowing that the police department is corrupt, knowing that in the beginning of this process, they wanted to say no foul play without investigating, without even looking in the autopsy. And these are the same people you want me to just hand over the phone with not my people present to make sure everything is equal and fair when you already showed us you're not playing by fair, you're not playing equal, and you already been paid off. No, thank you. So Brandon and the boys, they're going against the family because they don't want justice for Nolan Wales. They're not trying to figure out what happened to him because I believe they are the ones that did it. So let's continue on. Okay, well, I'm glad y'all saying something. People said we didn't hear the video. All right, thank you. All right, so let me put this back. Lord, I'm just a talking. I'm glad y'all saying something. Please let me know. All right, so I'm going to redo it and let me know if you guys can hear it now. I'm going to try it again. All right.
Reality that the family have not turned over the Nolan's phone to investigators. That
Do you hear it now? Can you press 7 if you guys hear it now?
the DA in his Nolan.
Do you guys hear it now? You guys still don't hear it. All right. Volume on audio. Can't hear nothing. Hello, can you hear me? Can you press 4 if you guys can hear me? All right. So people are saying they can't hear nothing. My mic seemed to be working. All right. Can you guys comment? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Shit. Okay. You good now? Okay, thank you, Self Profound. Thank you so much. Self Profound, did you hear the audio in the back? Did you hear this audio in the back? Thank you, Linda. All right, so we good now? All right. Um, All right, so I'll take it from the top.
Wells case, Angel Myers is finally feeling the pressure and finally feeling the wrath of people who want answers, and she's not reacting well. Like, she just released another statement, and you could tell, man, at this point, everybody is panicking. Because the district attorney is elected, and she understands that the way she's botching this Nolan Wells case is going to backfire when people go to that poll. Ms. Angel has a problem with Benjamin Crump and a statement that they released a couple of days ago where she believes they're throwing her under the bus. Now, she believes that this is not completely accurate and this does not truly tell the real story of what's currently going on. But here's the thing. She shouldn't be mad at Benjamin Crump or Nolan Wells family at all. She should be mad at the attorneys for the boys and Officer Tatum, because they were the ones who forced Benjamin Crump's hand to release a statement and tell the real and put it all out there. See, Tatum and the attorneys for the boys, they've been going around telling people that Nolan Wells family and Benjamin Crump have been uncooperative with the DA and the family, and they haven't been cooperating with the police when the police have asked them for Nolan Wells' phone. So that forced Benjamin Crump and the family to come out and tell the real and release what's really been going on. And that made Angel look bad, and now she's upset.
It's going to blow your mind at the reality that the family have not turned over the Nolan's phone to investigators. That means a month into this, accusations of a crime will never be investigated because they will not turn it over to law enforcement. How are you going to present this to a grand jury and you claim that there's evidence of impropriety, criminal activity, tampering with evidence, deleting things from a phone is a crime? And the family is saying, and the family attorney is saying there's a crime that's committed, but they're unwilling to send the information to investigate, to make arrests in this case. It is blowing my mind. So
the narrative that Benjamin Crump or the family got anything to hide and they are refusing to turn over the phone, that narrative was growing some legs. So Benjamin Crump and the family released a statement, just clarifying up the records and breaking down what exactly is happening with the phone. Now, apparently this statement that they released has pissed off a lot of people, including the DA, Angel Myers, because she believed that this statement is throwing her under the bus. On August 17th, the statement reads, nationally renowned civil rights and personal injury attorney Benjamin Crump and the legal team for the family of 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells announced today that the family is prepared to make Nolan's phone immediately available for the joint forensic examination the parties agreed to on July 15th. So they came to an agreement on July 15th that there will be this, this joint investigation. Now, July 15th is obviously about the DA in this Nolan Wells case. Angel Myers is finally feeling the pressure and finally feeling the wrath of.
Woo! So what are y'all thoughts about that? My thoughts are, man, this is politics. This is politics. And she's going to regret
I
this,
understand the public's urgency to know what happened to Nolan. But we are not taking time for time's sake. We are taking the time required to complete the work this investigation demands. Since Nolan was reported missing, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have worked around the clock investigating what happened to him. Every piece of evidence must be examined. Every credible lead must be followed to its conclusion. Every witness interview must be analyzed in context of all other evidence. The pressure for answers does not change what the work requires. Our responsibility to Nolan and our community is to complete this investigation thoroughly, carefully, without compromise, supported by the evidence and worthy of the confidence of the people we serve. I understand the public's urgency to know what happened to Nolan, but we are not taking time for time's sake.
It feels like she's reading a prompt to press 3 if she's reading. She don't mean this. This is all scripted. She is reading a script. She don't mean this, and they already compromised it. So everything that's coming out of her mouth.
Jackson County District Attorney speaking out over public criticism. Angel Myers McElrath releasing a statement today addressing an alleged lack of transparency from her office in the investigation of the Nolan Wells case, saying in part, quote, public commentary does not make the speaker transparent, just like exercising restraint consistent with the law does not make the process corrupt. McElrath again stressing that her office will present the grand jury with a thorough, complete, and fair investigation into the death of Nolan Wells. Jackson County District Attorney speaking out over public criticism.
Mississippi District Attorney Ashley Myers, pull up a chair because you need to hear this. Congratulations. Hooked on Phonics worked on you, because at the end of the day, you act like we didn't see your eyes darting back and forth as you read the teleprompter, or you had somebody out there with your cue cards doing what.
Didn't I tell you she was reading from a damn script? I know a hoe when is reading. I know a person that's reading. Well, I'm going to give my commentary on it because I know when someone is not real and reading and all that bull crap. Honey, let's talk about it. 11:51, y'all. 11:51 p.m. When I tell you, that's when she sent that letter. Not at 11:51 a.m., not in the middle of a business day, not even a respectable 5 o'clock. Hey, we need to talk. Nah. She gonna send that letter to Nolan family near midnight, 11:51 at night, when decent people are sleeping at that time. When Nolan well parents, the same parents who's been begging for answers about their dead son for months, are probably laid out somewhere trying to remember what rest really feels like. And that's when Angel Myers, the district attorney of South Mississippi, the woman whose job is supposed to be justice, that's when she decided to drop a letter at midnight, a demand letter at that. Give us your son's phone by 9 a.m., August the 14th, less than 48 hours, while the parents were still out of state, not even scheduled to be back before the damn deadline. You don't do that to nobody. Yeah, did y'all know that? She's going to send them a letter at midnight and then say, you need to give me the phone by 9 a.m., less than 48 hours, giving them 2 days. The parents is already out of state. Who the hell are you to demand anything from me? Who are you? And the letter was not nice at all. And she's taking out her frustration over the media. You know, she's taking it out on the parents. And I'm so sick of y'all. Y'all always punching the black mama like a punching bag. I mean, it's coming from any and everybody, and it's sickening. And you know what? You really sent that at midnight. I can't believe it, y'all. For her, you supposed to be professional. You gonna send that shit at midnight? She did not even try to hide it. Didn't even try to pretend to be fair. You just threw the letter over the fence in the middle of the damn night like a coward and hoped they missed it, because that's what she wanted. She wanted them to miss it. She didn't want them to see that damn letter, right? Press 1 if you believe that the DA sent that letter in the middle of the night at midnight because she was hoping that they didn't see it. So it was like, well, I sent it, you know? Like a process server who knows you home but waits till you at work. You know, she did it like a landlord who slides an eviction notice under your door at 2 o'clock in the morning. That was the type of energy she gave. That's a dirty move. And you want us to believe you gonna be operating with this case in good faith? Bullshit. Let me tell you something. When someone sends you a legal demand at midnight with a 48-hour turnaround, they don't want you to comply. They want your ass to fail. They want you to miss the deadline. They want to stand up in court later and say, well, we asked and they refused. That's the game that she's playing. That's the oldest trick and the corporate corrupt playbook, y'all. And Angel baby sweetheart, you played it like you wrote it. But can we back this shit up like a Mack truck? Because I need y'all to understand exactly how dirty this bitch is. On July the 15th, Nolan parents sat down with the DA's office and they both agreed. They had a joint forensics examination of Nolan's phone, okay? That's the family was going to have a joint together. Your side and my side. We're going to examine Nolan phone together. And we was going to do it at Mississippi Golf Course Community College at the Digital Forensics Labs. And maybe FBI may be involved. Both parties, you know, it's supposed to be joint, very transparent. the way it's supposed to be, when you're actually looking for the truth and not a cover up. Because we know we don't trust the FBI, we don't trust Mississippi, and we damn sure don't trust that DA. And how y'all moving, hello, we have reason not to trust you. And then nothing, honey. Crickets. After that, it was a date that was set. Nothing. No follow up. Hey, are we still on for next Tuesday? Nothing. I mean, it was just silence, weeks of silence, because Nolan family was waiting to hear back from them. Weeks that we were just waiting, wondering. Well, the whole country is watching. Mississippi drag his feet on a dead Black child. And the meanwhile, Brandon Tatum out here talking about the family not cooperating with the phone, which is a damn lie. I gotta bring my people, and you gotta bring your people. But your people not giving us a damn date, dummy. You know what I'm saying? And then this bitch gonna hit me up at 12 midnight demanding me to come in. I gotta give it between 48 hours, and I'm out of town. And you just gonna boom it out on me? No, that's disrespect. Press 5 if that's disrespect. That's so disrespect. You don't do that shit. You call me and you send me a message in early in the morning, 8 or 9 o'clock, and you say, hey, we're gonna plan on Thursday or Friday or Saturday. Which dates works best for you? Okay. And then we agree on a time. This is still this is my son, ho. This is my son you playing with. And she's just taking her frustration out because the public is dragging her ass. So she like, I'm going to take it out on the family. But August 12th came around. Bam. They got hit with a letter at midnight. Not a meeting. Ain't no phone call. She didn't call. Not, hey, are you ready to do that joint examination we talked about? None of that. It was just a demand letter. Deliver the motherfucking phone to the office right now. You got 48 hours. Like she a hitman or something. Without a joint examiner. And that's the agreement, to have my joint examiner. Okay? You see, she doing some slick shit right there. She wasn't talking about the college lab. She done left out the FBI. She done left out everything. And she just give me the phone. Trust me, I'm the DA. I'm not trusting your ass. The same DA who ain't arrested nobody for threatening Nolan's mama. Nolan's mama got a lot of damn threats. I ain't seen nobody arrested on that side. The same DA who, and I hate to even bring this up, but the same DA with the record so spotted like a damn Dalmatian. I don't know how many messed up situations this DA got. I mean, I'm talking about corruption, y'all. They have accused this woman of corruption so much. Okay, she works on bad faith. And now you just want us to just hand over the most important piece of evidence in this case. The phone that might have Nolan's last messages, his last photos, his last communication data. Okay? Nah. You want all that by yourself alone, girl, in your office with your people after you sent that letter at midnight, a demand letter? Oh, nah. Would y'all trust it? Press 7 if you wouldn't trust that. But when I tell you, I wouldn't give that woman a burnt out matchstick. Do you hear what I'm saying? Let alone my dead son's phone. And see, this is what gets me, y'all. This is what makes my chest so damn tight. The family has been very transparent from the jump. I'm talking about boots on the ground, researching, following up on leads, doing the work investigators supposed to do. Hell, we've been all doing the work on social media, getting lawyers, and not just any lawyers, honey, but lawyers who know how to match the state energy. That's what I'm talking about. Lawyers who don't look back down, And what did they get them? Huh? What did that get them? It got them a target on their damn back. They mad about it. They upset that Ben Crump and Al Sharpton is working and trying to find out justice. You should want them to help. But what did that do? It just gave her, the family of Nolan Wells, a target on their back. It got them a DA who thought she could just bully a grieving family the same way she probably bullied every other Black family who didn't have the resources, right? Who didn't have the voice and who didn't have the whole internet watching. Can you imagine what she did to those Black families? Because that's what this is. Angel Myers is used to calling the shots, baby. Used to people showing up to her office with no lawyer, no backup, no understanding of the law, just tears and prayer and hoping the system works. And when Nolan parents showed up with the representation of Al Sharpton and Ben Crump with demands, with their own forensic team, honey, she panicked, girl. She panicked. She got very uncomfortable, like a doctor who used, when I tell you, okay? And then one day, let me tell y'all something else, okay? Look, Angel, she's very uncomfortable. She's in over her head. And instead of doing the right thing, she chose to do the dirty thing. The midnight letter, the unreasonable deadline, the bait and switch. Break the agreement, change the terms, move so fast the family can't possibly comply, then blame them for not cooperating. You see what I'm saying? I told y'all, the moment they mentioned a joint examiner, she had to figure something out. The moment the family said, we want to be there when you go through the phone, the whole game didn't change. Because why? Why would a DA who claims she wants justice be scared of a joint examiner? Why would she retract an agreement, then demand sole access? What is on that phone that she needs to see alone? Or worse, what is on that phone that she needs to make disappear alone? That's what I'm asking. And let's talk about that phone for a second, because a lot of people in the comments, y'all been saying it. Y'all kings and queens been calling it from day one. The phone is the elephant in the damn room. That phone is everything. We talking about messages. We talking about calls, photos, videos, location data, Nolan's last hours, who he talked to, what he saw, what he recorded. And one of y'all, and I wish I can give y'all a hug through the screen, honey. One of y'all said it best. Y'all said, I bet one of those boys already told them that Nolan took photos of something incriminating. Uh-huh. When I tell you that comment sat with me, because it makes so much sense, right? It makes too much damn sense. You don't fight this hard over a phone unless you're scared of what's on it. You don't send a midnight letter demand unless you desperate. You don't break a joint agreement y'all had unless you know that joint examination gonna show something you don't want shown. And honey, another one of my kings, and I'm reading this verbatim because they said it better than I could. The only reason she didn't call for the meeting is because she and everyone on that opposite side knows if that phone is open up, they are all going to prison. Now, see, that's a damn fact. Honey, I can't prove that shit in court, but it's a feeling I got. Is that what it looks like? Absolutely, honey. That's what it looks like. It looks like a woman trying to run out the tram clock. It looks like a woman hoping data gets deleted. Yeah, I'm talking about the DA. It looks like, because you know she's on a payroll from the MAGA people. Yeah, it looks like a woman who thought this case would just go away like every other case in Mississippi where a Black child dies and the system, honey, just gets scot-free. Have y'all heard about all them Black bodies that's piling up in Mississippi and they all talking about they did it to themselves? Press 7 if you heard that. I don't believe that shit. Honey, they thought this would just go away. They really did. They thought Nolan Wells' parents would bury their son, cry some damn tears, and accept whatever story Mississippi fed them. And they thought wrong. And when I tell you, y'all out here in these streets, y'all know it. And I love to see it. I live for all of y'all that y'all speaking up. I'm so proud that y'all speaking up. Okay, don't give them the phone. That's what a lot of y'all saying. A lot of y'all saying she is a part of a team cover up. Devils do not sleep. Mississippi does not want transparency. They want to erase important information. Have the feds go through his phone. And you damn right. They want to erase important information just like they're trying to erase the Black history books. Just like they're trying to erase the Black museums. They telling me, Black people that are teachers that are in these museums, they're afraid to even tell the truth of the history, because if they tell the truth, their ass is going to get locked up. Trump going to lock them up. Did y'all know that? Yeah. And one of my kings going to tell me this. She's going out her way to work against the family instead of working with them. When I tell you, it's that obvious, y'all. It's not even subtle no more. When the victim's lawyers and the prosecutors can't agree on how to examine criminal evidence, that's a problem. Honey, but this ain't no mutual situation. This ain't no both sides being stubborn. I tell you that. This is one-sided. Okay? We ready. We are cocked and loaded over here. Okay? So let's do it. But Angel and the DA and all them people, nah, forget all that, honey. Give me the phone by tomorrow morning or else. That's the energy they got going on. Or else what? What you gonna do, Angel girl? Are you gonna arrest the grieving parents? For what? Protecting evidence from your bad faith? Girl, please. And another commenter said this: the fact that they have to have the due asking to be due to the abuse of power and mistrust in the state of Mississippi is ridiculous. And it really is. We in the future, honey, we got AI, we got electric cars and phones that unlock with your face. But in Mississippi, honey, a Black family still got to bring their own lawyers and their own forensic team just to get a fair shake from the district attorney. In 2026, let that shit sink in. We really going back, making Mississippi great again, right? And see, this ain't just about no one phone. If y'all think this just about Nolan Wells, honey, you missing the whole point. This is about a system. You know the white system. A system that was not built for us, baby. It don't work for us. It is actively works against us when we demand it do its job. You see? Mississippi authorities, and I'm quoting one of my kings, because one of y'all said it perfectly, are not used to being transparent. That's right there. They're not used to being transparent. Look at their history. Are they used to being transparent? Hell no. This case is a different beast, y'all. Nolan Wells' parents ain't accepting the historic, any old mistreat me. They not laying down. They not going away. And that's why the DA is scrambling right now. That's why she's sending letters at midnight. That's why she's breaking agreements, because the first time in a long time, the people she used to stream roll over are streaming back. And y'all keep asking, and I keep on saying it. What about the boys' phone? That's what I'm talking about. What about them damn boys' phone? Exactly. What about theirs? Honey, why are we only hearing about Nolan Wells' phone? Why the rush to get his device while the people who are with him, the people on that damn island, the phones from Horn Island, why their phones ain't being examined with that same urgency? I would like to know who all Wyatt called around 4:30 or tried to text around 4:30. I would like to know who Warren called and who he was talking to around that time. How many times did they call the grandfather? How long were they on the phone with the grandfather? How long was Wyatt on the phone with his father? What were they talking about? Why ain't their devices the subject of the midnight letter and a 48-hour deadline, huh? Why is the phone? Well, okay. Why is the phone that his phone, Nolan's phone, is the only one that matters? The victim's phone. Unless the goal ain't to investigate, unless the goal is to control, press 7, they just want control. Control the narrative, control the evidence, control what the world sees. That's how I see it, y'all. Nolan parents, don't give them that damn phone to Angel. Not alone. I wouldn't do it. Press 7 if you wouldn't do it. Not under distress. Hell no. Not because of some midnight ambush letter either. Honey, you go through your attorneys. You get that independent forensic examiner and you videotape everything. You document everything. You make copies of that shit. You keep the SIMS card secure. And honey, you do it at a lab you trust with expert you chose, and you let the result speaks for itself. If she wants the data, she can have the report, but she don't get the damn device. That not after all this she doing, not after all she showed us exactly who she is with her disrespectful ass. And for everybody watching this, I want y'all to keep that pressure on. Keep the positions up, the petitions. Call them feds. Get this case out of Mississippi right now if you can. I don't want it to be in Mississippi jurisdictions. Hell no, get it out of Mississippi. Because what we're watching ain't justice. It's a damn delay tactic. That's how I feel about it. It's obstruction, wearing a damn suit, calling itself a district attorney. It's corruption on full national display. And the only reason they keep trying it because they think we ain't looking. Okay? We not gonna look away. We not going nowhere. Nolan Wells deserves better, y'all. His parents deserve better. And that Angel, honey, you can send all the midnight letters you want. You can break all the agreements you want. And you can play all the games you want, girl. But honey, the kings and queens, we see you. We see you, girl. And we don't blink. Okay? We don't. Can I get an amen on that? Can I get an amen? Come on now.